So the next thing we're going to talk about is boxes, because Thesis introduced, or Thesis 2 introduces two new concepts, and they are skin boxes and skin packages. And boxes and packages are unique to Thesis 2. That is, they don't exist in any other environment, and they are installed and used in their own unique ways. Now, there's a real efficiency advantage of having boxes and packages. One, because they add dynamic behavior to your site, but they do so with reusable code, so that there's a lot less code that gets loaded when Thesis is loaded, because each box shares a bunch of code, and each package is only loaded when the admin screen is being used, and otherwise it isn't loaded at all when a web page is being used, which means it just significantly reduces the resources necessary in order to display a web page. And the standard WordPress plugin gets loaded every single time a page is loaded, and typically the plugins do not share code. The plugins, even though you may have several plugins that do the same thing or do very similar things, they nevertheless have their own blocks of code that do it. And so your site takes up more memory, there's a little bit more processing, there's just a fair bit more work that the server has to do with plugins than it does with boxes and packages. However, it also adds a little bit of complexity to the whole system, because it used to be all you needed to do was know how to upload a theme and upload a package, right? So you just had themes, upload a theme and upload a plugin. So you had themes and plugins to install and nothing else. Well, with Thesis 2, now you have skins to install and boxes to install and packages to install, and each of them install separately and in a different location. So it does add a little bit of complexity to the process. But just like a plugin, a box is a Thesis 2 specific module that adds functionality to your site. Now, it often results in a new box showing up in the HTML section of your skin editor, but it doesn't necessarily do that. So let's see, where are we here? If we come over to our skin editor for a moment, Not every box you install is going to create a new box that can show up here. Some of them will maybe create only an admin screen, and some of them may not create any extra interface at all, but just does something specifically for you on your site, like a plugin does. So boxes are very similar to plugins, except that they share a code base with Thesis, and they only work inside of Thesis. And so if you're looking at your boxes menu, by default you really only have one menu item, and that's select boxes. And this select boxes is very much like the plugins dashboard. And you have the ability to upload a box and to save boxes. And right now there's nothing in here, so there's nothing for us to look at. So what we're going to start off by doing is uploading a box, and we're going to upload the BYOB multi-level drop-down responsive menu. So in order to do that, we actually have to go over there first. So we'll go to Plugins, Boxes, and Packages for Thesis Theme 2. And then this is a combination box and package. So it's up here. And it's this one here, BYOB multi-level drop-down responsive menu for Thesis 2. And we're going to start off by downloading the box. So we'll right-click on that. Oh, actually, we don't have to do that even here in this case. Just click on it. Now, the box, the difference between the box and the package is that the box just says, the box name is BYOB multi-level drop-down responsive menu, and the package is BYOB multi drop-down responsive menu style. Okay, so the box doesn't have the word style. The package has the word style. So we've downloaded this. I'm going to remove it from here and add it to my downloads section on my business website. Let's paste that there. And then from the select boxes dashboard, I'm going to upload a box, choose the file, and pick that file. Open it. Add the box. And look what happened. The box is not installed. And you know why the box is not installed? Because I didn't actually pick a box. I actually picked a different zip file. I picked the Black Studio TinyMCE widget plugin. So that's something to keep in mind, is that sometimes when this stuff doesn't work, it's because you're trying to upload the wrong thing. Let's just refresh this. Choose the file. Same thing would happen if you chose the skin here, but what we want is this multi-drop-down responsive menu. If you add the box, now it's installing the latest version. Box was successfully installed, and we have the box installed. Now, in order to activate the box, you have to put a check mark beside that and hit Save Boxes. And once you've done that, this box has been activated. Now, if you refresh the page, the activated box is white and the non-activated box is gray. So you may have boxes in here that you have not activated, or you're not using at the moment, or you were testing and deactivated, and they'll be a different color. That will help you decide and determine which is which. Now, this box, similar to plugins, has the name of the box, the version of the box, the name of the author, and then a description of what the box does. Okay, that's what's in your little list here of boxes. And since this is checked and been saved, this is actually going to result in a box that can be added to the skin. So if we come down here to the Add Box section, now you see there's this BYOB multi-level drop-down responsive menu box. Okay.